Good morning. Welcome to All Things Chadwick. I am getting kissed and nibbled on by Cooper. And I thought, salutations, by the way, I thought I would show you one of the things that we feed Cooper. So once about every 3 weeks, we do a big portion of this and we freeze it in little baggies and we stick it in the microwave. And that's his dinner that we mix with his hard food, or kibble as some people call it. So you wanna cook? You wanna cook? Do you wanna cook? I am bringing probably about 5 or 6 cups of water to a boil, and I have 3 large chicken breasts. It says hormone-free, antibiotic-free, all those things free, organic. But anyway, it's about 2 and 2.2 pounds. 2 pounds, 2 ounces. So I'm gonna take these, not on my wooden chopping block. I use this plastic one that I can wash up pretty easily. And I'm gonna cut these into smaller pieces and I can remove some of this fat off of this, by the way. If you want, you can, to get these a little bit better cubed, you can, if your breast is too big, you can kind of slice it in half. So that's what I'll do with this second one before I start cubing and slicing. Now, I'm gonna dump all of this chicken into the boiling water, and I'm not seasoning this. There's no salt in this, but if you wanna put a little turmeric or another animal-friendly spice in there, you can, but I'm just gonna dump this into the water, and we're gonna cook these little nuggets, chicken nuggets, for about 10 minutes, until you know they're done. We're gonna have some lovely broth for our rice. I know you're not really seeing much of what I'm doing here, but hang on. I'm just dumping all that into that boiling water, and I'm gonna wash my hands, and I'll be right back. I know this has been said a million billion times, but I went ahead and washed up that cutting board and sprayed a little bit of bleach spray in with my Dawn dishwashing liquid. You know, you don't want chicken juices hanging around for very long. So anyway, it's been said 1,000,001 times now. So we're just gonna cook this up for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna bring that back up to a boil. I had it on about a 7 out of 10, so I'm gonna put it on a 9. And let this cook pretty good for about 10 minutes. And then we're gonna take out the chicken and move on with the rice. We'll be back. While that's boiling, I am rinsing over at the sink. I'm rinsing the starch out of 2 cups of long grain white rice, basmati rice. I can tell by looking at this chicken that it is finished, and I've cooked it about 7 minutes now, not 10. So I'm gonna just use the spider and take that out, place it. I'm gonna put this close because I don't want to drip any of that. Put it in a little bowl. It really smells good, even though it has no salt, pepper, anything like that in it. But again, if you wanted to put turmeric or something that's dog friendly, please don't put onions and garlic because that's toxic to most animals. I'm not turning the heat down because I'm fixing to plunge some rice into this boiling water. And most of you know, but just in case you didn't, you want just about double the amount of water as you have rice. So if you have an inch of rice in here, then you want a little over 2 inches of water. That's kind of how I did it even as a teenager. I would think, okay, I want to look in this pan and see that there's about double the amount of water. I think I have all the chicken. If there's a piece down in there somewhere that I don't see, then he will just have to cook with the rice. So I rinse this good about 3 times. This is 2 cups. Now this is what we call 2 Dusseldorf mustard cups from Disney World. So we've used this barrel in our rice bag for years. And again, we use basmati rice. And we got that from Disney World long time ago. So into this boiling water, 2 cups or so of basmati rice. You get all that in there. There we go. While the rice is boiling on high, and that will boil for about 10 minutes, and you can tell that the water starts to absorb, and then eventually I will cover it. You do want to make sure that it's kind of spread out on the bottom of the pan. But after it starts really going like that, you don't want to disturb it much. Now, in the meantime, boom, 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 boom. Let's move right over here. I have washed 4 little carrots. We keep lots of carrots here because we have rabbits on the farm, and we love to toss them carrots. And these are kind of small, so all I'm going to do is just chop them up roughly. Bite size for Cooper. How's that? There we go. Perfect. I'm going to use that, and I bought some frozen peas, and I'm also going to, I may have a squash, so I'll look for that in a minute. I also found a red potato, a sweet potato, and some squash. So anything your dog loves. Our Cooper loves strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. He loves all kinds of fruit, cantaloupe, watermelon, and he also loves potatoes, carrots, sweet potatoes, celery. He loves it all. So anything your animal likes, veggie-wise, throw it in. I'm not saying throw in strawberries and blueberries, but hey, if you want to. Anyway, now we're still just waiting on that rice. Okay, I can almost see the rice peeking through, which means it has almost absorbed that water. So probably about 2 or 3 more minutes, and I'm gonna put the top on that and let it kind of finish cooking before I add in the veggies and the chicken. When your rice starts to form these little crater-like volcanic holes, that's what I've always considered to be time to put the lid on. So I'm gonna put the lid on and let that cook for just a few more minutes before I add the veggies in. Okay, I think that we are at the point where I wanna add these veggies in. We still have enough moisture in there, especially considering the fact that I'm gonna cover this again for these veggies, because I'm gonna leave this in here for quite a while. And I'm just gonna stir that rice around those veggies. And again, this is just down on simmer now. And this will cool things off quite a bit. And then I'm gonna add in the cooked chicken. And again, this is about 2 pounds of cubed up chicken. And stir that in. And you know, if you want to make this for yourself and add seasonings and salt and pepper and a little Tony Chachere's, maybe even if you wanted to curry, a little bit of curry, smoky paprika. And And again, you can see now, this is plenty for me to feed him for a few weeks if I store this, let it cool and store this in little Ziploc bags. Now, last but not least, Pick Sweet baby peas. Let me grab the scissors. And boom. A whole bag of frozen peas. Frozen peas. Oh man. We have the carrot, the potato, the peas. We have it all. The rice, the chicken. I don't know, that's kind of a mixture of Indian and Louisiana lingo, I think. I'm not sure. You guys have noticed, if you've been watching me for very long, that I love to talk like I'm from different places, but it never seems to stay in the same country. It always kind of wanders around. Now, my daughter, she can choose an accent and duplicate it and just fit right in with, whatever's going on. But my accent kind of wanders all over the world when I try that. So, there we go. Now, and again, you can hear, listen. You can hear how moist that is. So I'm gonna top it and let those vegetables kind of cook in this residual steam. And I'll be back. Boom. Still on simmer, by the way. Okay, there's absolutely no reason for me to wait 2 or 3 hours and let this cool off. But I take these little Ziploc sandwich bags. You can see how big they are in relation to my hand. They're not the quart bags, just a sandwich bag. And about 4 or 5 heaping tablespoons in each Ziploc bag. Seal that up good and put it in the top of my freezer because, I want to get to this quickly. This is not something I'm going to freeze for months and months. These are only going to be frozen for, no more than 2 or 3 weeks. So that is good enough, except for the fact that Cooper says, frozen for 3 or 4 weeks. We'll start feeding him the first bag tomorrow, so I won't put 1 bag in the freezer. I'll keep 1 bag in the fridge. And I'm not saying he eats 5 or 6 heaping tablespoons at a time, folks. He eats about a tablespoon or 2, so a bag will last him 2, maybe 3 meals. But I did take out some carrots, potatoes, peas, squash, rice, and I let that cool. So we're gonna give this to him now, even though it's not his time to eat, because he eats about 7:30 a.m. and he eats at 7:30 p.m. 2 times a day. So, but let's give him a little midday treat. This is Cooper's food station. He doesn't know I'm in here. Now this is some of his leftover kibble from this morning. So I'm going to just dump this in here. That. And Cooper! What is it? Is that good? Is it good, Cooper? Is it good? Ooh, he got something big. I hope you enjoyed joining me while I fixed Cooper's special lunch and dinner treats, or whatever you might want to call it. But, if you don't cook for your dog or your animals, you should. There are tons of resources online, not just YouTube, but and tons of books and dog recipe books and so forth. So thank you for watching, and I love you guys. I truly, truly do. And we are going on a little vacation soon, so I may include you on that. Thanks for watching All Things Chadwick. Bye.